Yurkevich watching all of this in New York for us. Vanessa, let's begin with this new report on inflation here in the United States. What's the headline?
Well, this is welcome news for consumers. Prices in February fell for the first time in 4 months. Prices in February, month over month, increased about 0.2%, and on an annual basis, 2.8%. So that's encouraging news for consumers. We saw in this report that shelter, that is rent, made up half of all increases in the report. But we did see decreases on things like gas and also airline fares. Good news for consumers on that front. Also,
finally, we have some good news on the economy and really the number one issue for many Americans, the cost of living. So we just learned that consumer prices in February increased by 2.8% year over year, 0.2% month over month. Both of these figures were a step in the right direction, and both were better than expected. So this is definitely very encouraging to see, because it's going to, I think, relieve some fears that inflation was perhaps re-accelerating, because this actually breaks a streak of 4 straight months where I think you could see it on the chart all the way to the right, where the inflation rate was going in the wrong direction, right? It was going higher and higher. Finally, we're seeing it dip.
Hey, Libs. Guess what? Egg prices are down, gas prices are down, oil prices are down. Border crosses went down by 95% from 250,000 crossings to 8,000. DOGE has saved $105 billion from wasteful spending, including these most recent grant cancellations, $620,000 for LGBT plus inclusive teen pregnancy prevention programs for transgender boys, $699,000 for studying cannabis use among sexual minority gender diverse individuals, $740,000 for examining social networks among Black and Latino sexual minority men, $50,000 for assessing sexual health among LGBTQ Latino youth in agricultural community, $75,000 for researching structural racism. Is it me, or is the previous administration's agenda for LGBTQ plus is starting to sound more like a science experiment? Food for thought. Moving on, Taiwan is investing $100 billion, Apple is investing $500 billion, Japan is investing $1 trillion, Emirati businessman is investing $20 billion, and Saudi Crown Prince is investing $600 billion. Ukraine agrees to a ceasefire with Russia that includes a critical minerals deal with the US that is due to pay us 50% of their mineral assets to pay back $350 billion we gave them. So hey Libbies, hate to break it to you, but it sounds to me that Trump is doing a great job. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Orange Man bad.
Well, we definitely do share the concerns of the American people when it comes to the price of eggs. However, good news, the average cost of a dozen eggs is actually down since Secretary Rollins and President Trump announced their plan. It's down $1.85. So that's good news on the cost of eggs. And as we know, under the Biden administration, egg prices went up 22%. This is another example of an economic mess that President Trump inherited, and the Secretary of Agriculture and the President are focused on fixing it. Secretary Rollins put out a 4-point plan rather, to address this crisis. And she has been honest and realistic with the American people, as this administration always is. It will take about 3 to 6 months to get the egg supply back to where it should be. But she's focused, and this administration is focused on doing that every day.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. When you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
But oh boy, big things are happening right now. We are going in the right direction. Things are coming down. We got some big things to get into in today's video. Economy, inflation, things are coming down. What's going on, family? I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life, man. It feels so good to be back home, back in the States, man. Y'all know all your boys out the country had an amazing time, man. And I encourage you guys, if you ever have a chance, can afford it, and able to leave the country, you don't have your passport, get your passport. I just got mine at 25 years old. You know, go travel, do this, do that, man. You know, we live in this very, very fast time travel. And I know a lot of us Americans, and just reading some of the data and polls and seeing a lot of people don't have their passport, or tons of Americans don't want to leave the country. I tell people, go out and travel. You know, people are living way other lives. You know, and I tell you, some people living like kings, and then some Americans have left and they living like kings in these other countries, man. I'm telling you, I ain't know you can get a burger. I'm talking about it wasn't even a burger. It was like, I don't know what they call it, but it was good though. And it's for $2. A burger down here costs $20, $30 plus tax. God, no. Ripping the people out their shoes. But we love our country, man. There's no other place like America. I tell you that. We love our country, man. And right now it's America first. And that's what this administration, big things are happening right now. Things are coming down. Okay. Inflation, gas prices, mortgage rates, airline prices. I mean, it's happening. Egg prices. Inflation is coming down, man. And we'll say 80% of America are excited. You know, the other 20% don't want to admit it. You know, these Democrats, liberals, they want things to just be shut down so they can just blame Trump and Elon Musk, as you can see. They want things to just go terrible so they can blame Trump and Elon Musk. Trump derangement syndrome, Musk derangement syndrome is bad right now, you know, and people are just wishing for the worst, for things to just burn and crash so that they can drag these fellas through the mud. Orange man bad, you know, dictator. We're Nazis, you know, we're the bad people. But this is what's happening, you know, and this red arrow right here is the day Trump was inaugurated with inflation. Look at this report. And as you can see, the fake news, the left-wing media has to admit that things are going in the right direction. And as you can see, they're still with this propaganda, fake news. Oh, the terrorists. Oh, the terrorists. Like I said, they want things to go terrible so that they can drag this man through the mud. And this broke the internet last night. You know what I'm saying? Trump wants no taxes for people who make less than $150,000. Check this clip out.
How about no tax on tips? How about no tax on overtime? How about no Social Security? How about all those things? These are the kind of thoughts that will change America. I know what his goal is. No tax for anybody who makes less than $150,000 a year. That's his goal. And that's what I'm working on.
Wow, no tax for someone who makes under $150,000. That is huge. You know, but we're all waiting for these breaking headlines of things that they've been talking about, of the IRS being shut down, no property tax. And, you know, we could just go down the list of things that we're ready to see these breaking headlines. We are, man. Because the American people, we have been ripped out of our shoes down to our knees. We have dragged our boots through the mud, you know. But this is why we voted. This is why it was a landslide. To get in the right direction. To change this bad boy around, man. People have been dragged through the mud. People have died, man. Sacrifice, blood, sweat, tears. You know, and I speak for all the working class, the hard-working patriots, man. Enough is enough. But things are coming down, and they have to admit it. They have to. You know, but if you're new here, join the family. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. We are almost getting close to the 500,000 mark, man, and it's a blessing, you know. And I told you guys, we're going to be breaking everything to you as soon as it drops, especially now that we're back home. I know I was a little behind out of the country, had some issues, but, you know, we fought through. And you got to have somewhat a high IQ. I tell you, you got to be a high IQ individual. What Trump said, you got to have a high IQ. But it was amazing going out the country, man. And like I tell y'all, get out there, travel, do what y'all do, man. Have fun, live your life. Because pretty soon we all got to go. And about 50, 100 years from now, nobody will remember us. Time will go by, the new generations, you know, your kids. So please live y'all life, man. You know, be the best person that you can be. You know, because things are happening right now. And it's happening very, very fast, man. And pretty soon you'll be like, man, we already it's going to be just like that. Just like that, man. Do not take time for granted. But even CNN, BC, y'all know the alphabetical order with the fake news. CNN, MSNBC, CBS, ABC, all of them. Yeah. But even they are celebrating the recent inflation reports. Check this out.
On a headline, expecting up 0.3, up 0, goose egg, unched. Boy, that is progress. We haven't had a number that low. Well, we equaled it in July of last year when we had another 0. To find a lower number, you're back to October of 23 at minus 0.4. Strip out the all-important food and energy, down 1/10. Down 1/10. That's 0.4 lower than expectations. Down 1/10 also equals July of last year. Find a lower number, you're going back to COVID times, April of 2020.
Oh man. Yeah, buddy. What they saying? All we needed was a new president. Trump is cutting inflation at rapid levels. We just keep winning. Trump kept inflation low, wages high, and America strong. We are in the right direction and will continue to do so under Trump. Yeah. Just needed a new president. All we needed is a new president, what everybody is saying right now. In the comments, on the forums, everywhere, you know, and again, the other side, the other percent of people just want to see things burn so they can drag us MAGA through the mud, drag Musk, Elon. It's all Elon Musk's fault now. It's the bad man, the orange man fault, you know. But 85% of us are very excited, man. The way things are going right now, things are coming down, and I'm here for it. You know, I seen another video I want to put on the show. I think it's from Matt, my brother Matt. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, right here. And CNN is forced to admit that Trump's economy is booming. Let's check it out, man. But I love you guys, man, and I really do hope y'all are having an amazing week, an amazing month, an amazing year so far. That you are again blessed, well, and healthy, man. You know, and I told y'all we're gonna be dropping some amazing coverage, especially on things that really matter, things that we voted for. You know, things that are happening in real time, man. Because this affects all of our lives, man, and we just want a better life for everybody. To give a damn what your skin color is, where you're from, what your age is, you know, don't care. Don't care. I don't even care what you smell like. They say, Rick, don't say that. Do not say that, Rick. I don't care what y'all smell like. I don't care. It's one love to the human race, and we want the best for everybody in this lifetime, man. You know, people have been dragged through the mud, man. People have died. People have been lied to. No transparency. Left in the dark. You know, and that's one reason why this Trump administration to gain and to keep the people's trust. We're living in some very, very important times, man. Some of the biggest history yet. We are living in it. Yes, you and I are living in it. You know, and this is why I was very upset with, you know, the first thing of this, the phases with the Epstein files and the documents and stuff, how they did the, you know, the photo op and had people holding up binders and, you know. And again, I know when she said it was on her desk, you know, Pam Bondi, I said it ain't gonna be what we think it is the first day. I already knew, you know. And then after that, they sent the truckload of evidence and truckload of files and a truckload showed up, you know. But I'm ready for everything to come out, man, because some disgusting things have happened. Things behind closed doors. A lot of things have happened, man. People have to be audited. People have to be investigated. People have to be fired, sued, walked out. I want to see arrests. Put your hands behind your back. People need to be held accountable, man. Because there are criminals walking around smiling. You know, the swamp is still alive. And what we voted for to drain the swamp. You know, people on these salaries worth millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. Got $1 million homes. And now some of them putting them up for sale. People got caught with their hands in the cookie jar. Hands in the cookie jar, man. But let's get into this part of the video. I want to see what my brother's talking about. CNN forced to admit Trump's economy is booming, you know. And as y'all see, they had to admit it. They have to admit it, man, that things are different and that we are going in the right direction. But let's go and get into this, family.
Just earlier today, we've all gotten a hold of some brand new economic data, and I'll tell you what, things are looking good. In fact, things are looking so good that not even CNN can deny that Trump's economic policies are already working. Take a look at this.
Finally, we have some good news on the economy and really the number one issue for many Americans, the cost of living. So we just learned that consumer prices in February increased by 2.8% year over year, 0.2% month over month. Both of these figures were a step in the right direction, and both were better than expected. So this is definitely very encouraging to see, because it's going to, I think, relieve some fears that inflation was perhaps re-accelerating, because this actually breaks a streak of 4 straight months where I think you could see it on the chart all the way to the right, where the inflation rate was going in the wrong direction, right? It was going higher and higher. Finally, we're seeing it dip.
You hear that, folks? Despite all of the doomsaying coming from the Democrats, after just 52 days in office, President Trump has already completely turned around Joe Biden's never-ending inflation.
And it's crazy how some Democrats and liberals and these people that are just deranged, woke, you know, I mean, they could care less if Trump did this. They can care less if Trump ended inflation today, or had to cure the cancer and released everything out today. They could care less. You know, just like he said, they won't get up, they won't clap, they won't applaud him, you know, and they will still defend this man that then fell asleep and went on vacation. Yeah, because they have so much hatred for our president. And now Elon Musk, they're trying to boycott Tesla. You know, and sales are still going great. I mean, good luck. People have lost their mind, man. That common sense is back. You know, and it's here. It is here. It is here, man. And did you see that? Look at the chart. Just look at that chart, man. Oh my goodness. But this is when you don't know who's running the country. When you have incompetence, when you have people falling asleep, falling downstairs, going on vacation, then send money over here. Your money, my money, gone, stolen. Yeah, theft, abused, wasted. Incompetent. And they ought to walk this lady right here ought to be thrown in handcuffs. Nancy Pelosi's, and I don't know why we call this fella here a leader. Hakeem Jeffrey. I mean, this is a disgrace, man. And 5 years ago he was in debt, and now he's worth what, 30 million? I might be wrong, but over 30, that's millions and millions of dollars. You know, these people need to be investigated and thrown in jail. A whole bunch of them.
But you know what? President Trump's economic success so far goes beyond just inflation. Take a look at some of these numbers. Egg prices are down to $1.83 per dozen. Gas prices continue to decrease. Job growth is up, with 93% of those jobs being in the private sector. Trump's tariff negotiations have all been successful, including with Mexico, Colombia, Ontario, Panama, and Ukraine. Trump has already secured $741 billion in manufacturing investments, with another $700 billion in the pipeline. And guess what? Border crossings are down 93%. Woo. So all of that is to say that so far,
y'all see, and they not reporting on it. And then fake news, they don't want to report on these on really what's going on with these tariffs. They don't. And they don't want to report on the company, that even Honda coming in, building in Indiana, the new Honda Civics, you know, are going to be made down here because of the tariffs. They don't want to report on nothing, man. But it's happening, and we are going in the right direction. You know, they want everything to go the opposite direction. Some of these people, and it's sad. It's very concerning. You know, it really is, man. You should be rooting for the president. People should want America first, man. But they'll get up and clap and defend Ukraine, the other side. I just don't understand. You take your butt down there. Send your paycheck down there. You go down there. Just go down there. Go ahead to Ukraine, please. Do us a big favor. Just go and take your butt down there. Take your family with you too. Your paycheck, send them your pay stubs, all of them. Just go down there. We've had enough, man. We want peace. We tired of funding this crap, man. It's over.
President Trump is absolutely killing it. Now, folks, I want you all to hear what President Trump had to say just the other day about this ongoing ridiculous Democrat narrative of an upcoming recession. But first, I want to say real quick,
yeah, they want the recession.
Mr. President, your comments the other day not ruling out a potential recession seemed to rattle the stock markets. The Commerce Secretary said there wouldn't be one.
Just so you know.
Just specifically on the recession.
Yeah.
Do you think there will be a recession?
I don't see it at all. I think this country is going to boom. But as I said, I can do it the easy way or the hard way. The hard way to do it is exactly what I'm doing, but the results are going to be 20 times greater.
Woo! Well, yeah, folks, as the saying goes, if you want to make an omelet, you're going to have to crack a couple eggs. Over the last couple years, the Democrats have done an absolutely insane amount of damage to this country and this country's economy. And let's be honest, cleaning up their mess isn't going to be easy, and it's not going to be fun. Hard decisions are going to have to be made, and yes, there might...
And some people really don't understand the mess that Trump was left. I mean, it is bad, man. I know, a lot of y'all know, a lot of family members on the channel, y'all know it's a mess this man is cleaning up right now. A huge mess. It really is. Terrible. Fell a damn sleep. And then woke up, went on vacation, and fell asleep again.
Be some short-term struggle for some long-term growth. But that is why we all voted for President Trump, to put America first and to actually fix these problems rather than just slapping a Band-Aid on them like Joe Biden did. Now, while we're talking about making tough but necessary decisions, take a look at this next clip.
I think we're going to have an economy that's a real economy, not a fake economy. It was a fake economy. They were putting in all government jobs. You see what happened last month? We had more real jobs, and government jobs are way down. That's going to continue. Those are real jobs. Those are jobs that keep the country going. You can't have all government jobs. You have no income to pay the workers. Yeah. And a lot of those workers didn't show up to work. That was the other problem.
So, folks, now we're talking about real, genuine economic growth. Real American jobs for Americans here in America. Because here's the thing. As we all know, Joe Biden artificially propped up our economy for years with unheard of deficit spending and the creation of tens of thousands of unnecessary government public sector jobs. Anyone remember Joe Biden's 87,000 IRS agents? Yeah, that's the type of stuff that we're talking about. And this actually reminds me of one of the funniest jokes about communism. You can pretty easily have a 100% employment rate if the government just pays people to dig holes and then fill them back in all day. But does that mean that actual productive work is getting done? Absolutely not. So here's the point. Not all jobs are equal, and Trump is focused on creating productive jobs here in America for productive Americans. And really, it's jobs like that that are the backbone of our economy, not 50,000 unnecessary bureaucratic pencil pushers that Joe Biden may have hired. And yeah, you know what? Making real productive jobs is more difficult. It takes time and negotiation, but this is the only way to actually repair the economy. And this is something that the Democrats are just completely unwilling to do. Their solution to everything is just more government spending. They think they can tax and spend their way to success, when in reality, the only way to make America great again is to empower Americans, which is exactly what President Trump is doing. And so this is why the Democrats are just completely dumbfounded that President Trump's economic plan is actually working, because the Democrats very clearly have zero faith in Americans. But you know what's happened because of that? Now Americans have zero faith in the Democrats. Going from 4 years of Trump into 4 years of Biden, right back into Trump, has given people a very clear idea of who's really better at running the country. And this is why the Democrats right now have a 21% approval rating. Whereas President Trump...
And y'all, I keep telling y'all, that approval rating is lower than that. They just trying to be nice. Especially with the fake news, but they just trying to be nice. I believe the Democrats' approval rating is low, but beyond 10%. It's bad, man. They don't even have a candidate for 2028. You got podcasters and ESPN hosts, you know, sport hosts that are nominees for 2028. I think JD Vance has already secured 2020, and I'm just saying. You got Stephen A. Smith, and what's that other lady name and that other fella name? I mean, it's bad, man. It's bad. You know? And y'all running everybody out of there. Every single day, people are making viral videos of, you know, leaving the party. Lifelong Democrats. Liberals leaving the party. Walking out. And they walk out and just slam the door. Pissed off. You know? Not just this election, but now what people are seeing, especially what's taking place this month and a half, people are done, man. Seeing where the money's going to. I mean, they seeing everything that's how they were lied to. Told everybody to stay woke. Stay woke. And everything woke turned to shit. Yeah.
Trump has his highest approval ratings of all time right now. And you know what? It's pretty obvious why. As it would turn out, if you're the president and you want to earn the approval of the country, all you really have to do is work in the best interests of Americans. So what does that actually mean? Well, it means shutting down illegal immigration. It means no more sending money to foreign countries that no one has ever heard of. And it means bringing jobs back to America. And guess what? These are all things that President Trump is actively doing that the Democrats and Joe Biden never actually did. We also know that regarding these decreasing interest rates, Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency were 100% right. For months, they've been saying that as they continue to cut waste and abuse out of our federal budget, the interest rates will continue to go down. Well, lo and behold, they've cut over $100 billion worth of waste and abuse already, and guess what? Interest rates are now going down. It really makes you question the competence of all of these academically trained progressive economists when pretty much they're just always wrong about everything. But okay, folks, here's the real takeaway. Now that President Trump is back in office, not only are inflation rates already going back down, but Trump is building out every aspect of our economy. Opening back up our American domestic energy sector, securing hundreds of billions of dollars in manufacturing investments, repatriating jobs and bringing them back to America, you name it, Trump is doing it. And so, folks, despite the never-ending theatrics of the progressive left, this is all a great reminder that with President Trump back in office, America first is inevitable.
Yep. There it is. You know, and all it comes down to right now and what it really looks like is all we really needed was a new president. And he's back. We are back. And we're off in the right direction. God bless you all. Thank y'all for stopping by. And again, if you're new here, join the family. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button for your boy. And I will catch you beautiful people in the next one. We got a lot of more breaking news, a lot of more things to get into, a lot of more different topics, categories. And again, we're going to be dropping the best updates from this Trump administration. So, hey, you don't want to miss out. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love, family.